In golf, there's nothing much more difficult than hitting successful long irons. Well, in 2025, Ping want to put play to that with their brand new Ping IDI driving range set. You see, I've got the 2 and the 4 here, and these you would think are just 2 totally different lofted clubs for 2 totally different scenarios. But actually they are 2 totally different designed clubs, again, for those different scenarios. So today we're going to talk in depth about this brand new offering from Ping. We're going to talk about how its miraging steel face can potentially get us better ball speeds. We're going to talk how potentially the offset and of course those lovely tour inspired designs are going to help us. And we're going to do it in here. We're going to do it out here on the golf course and of course in the studio. So let's hit a couple of shots with the 2 IDI here, and as you can see, a hollow body design and a really good looking club, I think. Now, one of the things that people may not like too much about these, and I'll put this on screen now, is looking back behind them, you can see quite a lot of real estate. So for me, that might put a few people off, but generally I don't think it's too bad at all. When you get to the 3 and the 4, you can see a little bit more, but we're downwind here on the par 4. It's a lovely short blade length, so it's certainly not something for those kind of real high handicap golfers, but there is a bit of offset to save us. That felt absolutely fantastic, a lovely low launching flight. This is a 17-degree club, so it is designed for that lovely low penetrating ball flight. And I can't wait to see just what kind of ball speeds and spin rates we can generate with this 2 IDI. Almost kind of Rapture-like, which is a positive for me because the Ping Rapture was one of the best driving irons we saw for quite some time. How consistent can we be with this club? That's another one just absolutely pounding down the middle of this fairway. And one of the things which we'll get into the tech for these clubs is just how good and how soft and solid they do feel. Just what technology does this brand new Ping IDI driving iron actually feature? Well, you can see that we do have a chrome plated ABS badge, and that is a covered cavity with an I-beam structure which is supposed to reduce vibrations. We also have a shallow face and shorter blade offset for a more player's design. It's a 17/4 stainless steel body together with a forged miraging steel face, and that's designed again for hotter ball speeds and of course better sound and feel. It features a 15% higher MOI on higher and low impacts. So this club is optimally designed for you to play your best golf both off the tee and off the fairway. Now, often when I've tested Ping clubs in the past, people might get bored of this, but I don't think they've often sounded or felt that good, especially for the price that we pay. But I think these actually feel pretty good. They feel pretty soft. They feel like more of a premium club, which is a daft thing to say because Ping have always made good premium clubs. Now, they were 2 nice low shots. If you are just going to buy one of these and not go for the 2, 3 and 4 or just the 2 and the 4 like I have, can it be versatile? Can I get this up in the air and can I hit a really nice high towering shot with this 17-degree driving iron? Yes, you can. So that's 3 shots that I've really tried to hit differently, but 3 shots have done exactly what I want them to do with this 2 iron. Let's jump inside, let's see how it performs for numbers, for that ball speed, for that distance, and then let's talk about the 4 iron, and let's see if that could potentially replace your long irons, which Ping are hoping it can do with success. Okay, so numbers for this IDI 2 iron replacement, and I have to say, I'm really excited to see just how good this club can be. That felt phenomenal, and you can see there, that's spinning at 3.7. It's carried at 213 yards. It's releasing up to 230 yards. Now, for me, that's a lovely number for this club. It was a little bit of a high fade, that one, and I don't mind that as a nice, safe shot to play. I think we can get more out of this. I think if we just keep kind of working with us here. Now, that was a horrible toey one. It's carried 180. It's releasing up just to 200. So no club's going to be perfect. No club is going to obviously help us with a really bad strike, but good to see it still gets in the air and still chases up there. I'm actually trying to play a low chasey one there. That's the one I'm trying to play. What a difference that is. That is going to run forever. And you can see it's running up to, again, 230 yards. We've got the backspin down to 2,000 there with a 2 iron. That is really just kind of low and penetrating. Can we get that same shot turning over? Can we? Can we ever? The versatility of this club is absolutely brilliant. And you can see that's the longest one we've got, 236 yards. Spinning again around that kind of just over 2,000 number. We nearly lost the ball then. But again, if I want to just hit a nice controlled one off the tee, that's exactly what I can do. I'm a really big fan of this. I don't think it feels quite as soft or as nice as the new i240 irons, but I certainly feel like it's going to do a job for a lot of people who don't really like hybrids, don't like the idea of a 7-wood, and want that versatility element to stand on a tee or a fairway and just hit that. Oh. So moving on to the 4-iron in this IDI set. And I call it a set because that's exactly what Ping want it to feel like. They want it to feel like different clubs within the set to allow you to play different shots. So not only do we have 6 degrees more loft here, we have 23 as opposed to 17. We also have 11 degrees of bounce on the sole as opposed to just 9 degrees of bounce on that 2-iron replacement. It's also an inch shorter, so it should be a lot easier to control, also launch a little bit higher and hopefully have a little bit more control and stop. So we've got just over 200 yards in to this 18th hole here at Waterfront Golf Club, and we're going to hit this 4 IDI. Could this be a club for you in your bag? Now, the interesting thing looking down at this is it does have a really, really short blade length and quite a thick top line, so it almost looks more like a hybrid than a driving iron, but I think a lot of people will like that. Straight away there, quite a bad strike. That was struck low out of the heel, but it still launched okay and still stayed pretty straight towards that target. That's exactly what I'm wanting out of this club for a swing like that. I do enjoy hitting clubs like this relatively badly just to see how we can get away with them. It's fair to say there we got away with one quite nicely. Right, let's go again. Let's see if we can launch one a little bit better. I think the size of the head might be a bit off-putting for some people, you know. There we go. That's a much better strike, a much better shot. That's down the left-hand side of the green, and that's took a lovely kick onto the green actually as well. So you can see there, you can get this launching really nice and high. You can get this doing what Ping want it to do with that excessive bounce and of course with that higher loft. Now, let's see if we can try and play this one a little bit lower. So we've had the high one, we've had the miss hit. Does it have that versatility to maybe just have one in the bag? That is the perfect flight window for a club like this. Let's jump inside, let's see just how the 4-iron does perform in this IDI range, and let's see if you might have one in your bag, both in your bag, or all 3 in your bag for 2025. Okay, so 4 IDI, I think that's how we're going to refer to these. Obviously the new Ping IDI 4-iron replacement, more offset, thicker top line, more bounce on the bottom. Straight away, really, really nice and easy to launch. You can see how high that's launched compared to the 2-iron that we've just tested. And to be honest, distance-wise, it's still done pretty well. So that's pitched around 195. It's released out to 206. Plenty of backspin on there to give you the element of control that you do want. And it's a carbon copy the same, just leaving the face open ever so slightly there, but it's still going. Look how far that's gone. That's pitched 201 and released out to 213. Now, funnily enough, I have just tested the i240 irons a couple of moments ago, so I'll throw both numbers in for you here to have a look at and compare if you're better off with a standard 4-iron or this one. Oh, that's an awful bottom one. I'm trying to play that one low and just turn the face over ever so slightly. Still gone over the 200-yard mark though, so if you are safe there and there's no hazard or going out of bounds, you've done pretty well for distance on such a bad strike. Let's try that low one with this. See, it is a little bit lower to it's lower to hit hard. It's harder to hit lower because it's got that much technology in it to help you get the ball airborne. That's what this club is all about compared to the 2 equivalent. So I think if you are going to purchase this, I know outside I managed to hit it pretty well, low and high. I'm not sure just how much you do get numerically. But if you can stand there and hit that shot with your 4-iron, I don't think you're going to be far away from the flag that you're going for. Guys, if you've enjoyed that review, thank you so much. I'll see you all at exactly the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.